my dog?
What is going on, beautiful people?
What's going on, brother?
How you living? You all right?
Yeah. Are you all right?
Hey, man, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready for the. Whew.
Okay.
Whew.
Can I ask you something?
Man,
If
what you
don't
got?
mind?
What you got?
So, you with this, the outfit, that you're rocking. I see that is that your thing now?
I like to give myself a little upskis once in a blue moon. Get away from
What
the
is
black.
What is upskis?
Like, this doing a little bit better for myself, sir. I can't look a little dapper on the camera.
So you get into the money?
Huh?
I was adjusting my computer. I said, so you get into the money?
Getting into the money? What money? What are you talking about?
I mean, hey, you said that you got to upgrade, which means you get to the money.
I just like, looking a little bit more presentable. A little bit more presentable, sir.
You got some big ties, brother. How many ties you got?
Hey, man, don't worry about how many ties I got. Just know I got ties.
Hey, so you put with the dark purple with the light purple? You said, hey, that's good?
This is actually this is a purple with a dark blue.
Yeah, we definitely got to get you somebody in fashion.
All right, you know what? Mind your business. You always got something going.
How y'all doing? This is your boy, Thomas Robinson, and this is
your boy, Devin Hill.
We are the Revenge Bros, and this is the Revenge Bro Podcast.
Podcast.
My brother got a blue tie with the purple shirt on.
Hey, man,
yes,
don't
sir.
worry about it. Don't
yes,
worry
sir.
about it. You know what? Don't worry. Let me ride this train over here.
My brother. You got some sports for me?
Yeah, I got some sports for you.
You got some good sports for me?
Yeah, it's pretty good sports.
Okay, I'm about to clock it.
Hey, man, put them 2 fingers down. They look like they stink.
Yeah, I know why. They've been up yours.
Hey, yo, yuck.
Hello.
Hey, yo.
What's in there?
Hey, man, you a kid.
I'm talking about your nose.
No, but move around, freak.
Hello. Are you ready for Sports with Hill?
I'm ready. For Sports with Hill.
And this is Sports with Hill.
And good morning, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host. Why, man? Every time. Afternoon, good night. I'm your host, Devin Hill, accompanied by my co-host, Thomas Robinson, and this is Sports with Hill. Let's get right into it, because this guy over here already getting on my last nerve, man. So Arch Manning did a quick little press brief with CBS Sports, stating that they were at his summer practice. So basically, he states that our summer practice is long and tough, but Coach Breckman does a great job with everybody. Now, he didn't mind. This is I want to say a conditioning program. Like they're getting them ready. So this is conditioning. So they're running the drills, they're learning the plays, everything like that, getting them ready for the next season. So he looks pretty good on camera. He's snapping the ball correctly. He's locked in. So we should see how he's going to play out this 2026 season.
So who is Arch Manning? Is he related to the Peyton Manning?
Yeah, he's related. He's the nephew.
He related?
Yes. Yeah, he's related. He's related.
He related or related?
He's related. He's related. He's related.
He was related. You said related.
He's related.
Yeah.
Related.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay,
Just
well.
saying.
Now, so, okay, if you look at the Manning's brother, Peyton Manning, GOAT. What's the other brother name? Eli?
Yeah,
Eli.
Eli
Eli's
Manning, son.
Trash.
Hey,
so,
man.
it should go good, bad, good.
I mean, that would be the thought process behind it.
I mean,
because they both, if you really think about it, they both made it to the league. Just one had a better career than the other one.
Okay, so just because they made it to the lead, that mean they're good? Or it's because my brother was one of the best quarterbacks?
You're just a Debbie Downer, man. Listen here, don't be down on Eli. Eli did his thing.
Eli's part of the Giants. We don't like I'm a Cowboy. We don't like the Giants.
But Eli did his thing.
What did he do?
He did a little damn.
Okay. So pretty much nothing, right?
Wow. Okay. Ooh.
So hopefully that's his brother, or you said it's his son? Brother?
So Arch Manning is the son of Eli.
Oh, man. Oh, I think it'll be another repeat of Michael Jordan.
You think so?
Man, I think he'll be trash. Because, if you look at Peyton Manning and through his years of football, Peyton Manning, he wasn't a runner.
Yeah.
He wasn't fast. He was a thrower.
Yeah.
And if the kid, whatever the kid name is, if he don't develop throwing arch, if he don't got an arch in that arm to throw, nah, man, that'll be trash.
Like I said, we got to keep an eye on him. He's over there playing for Texas. So he's in the back. He in the backyard. Man. He in the backyard. He right there. So you can keep an eye on him if you want to.
See, that's the problem. He's in the back. We in the front. Aggies,
right,
we're in the front.
Okay,
hey, who that?
Bro.
Lock that gate. Gate locked, baby. Lock that gate from him.
Yeah, my brother says that hullabaloo, man. That hullabaloo.
Hey, we're going to keep an eye on Arch Manning. We're going to keep an eye out on him.
Just keep an eye on him. Like I said.
It'll be a big bust, but okay.
So, moving on to the World Cup. As we all know, U.S. team,
World Cup. Put your hands up in the air.
We managed to get as far as we could. Like I said, the U.S. manager, and in this case, this would be the coach. So the U.S. manager states that they lost to Turkey. He states that us as Americans, we shouldn't be so, quick to criticize, because at the end of the day, we still managed to win the group. Think about that at the end of the day. That's what he's saying.
That's just like when as a kid you play football and you got a trophy just for being on the team. Even though we lost.
Yeah, you think it's equivalent to that? Like I said, we went in Group D. We managed to win Group D. And
if you're not in first place, what are you?
Oh, my God. Well, all right, Ricky Bobby. You're not first, you're last. All right, bro.
Thank you, Ricky Bobby.
Good quote, brother. Good quote.
I would definitely say that I don't think anybody was expecting USA to advance like how they did.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, man, July 4th coming up, by the time you guys see this podcast, it's probably going to be past, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. We're already be celebrating.
But I don't know, man. I'm disappointed. Now, if we would have lost to Mexico or Spain or France, like a good team, then I wouldn't be so disappointed. But because we lost against Turkey sandwich, I'm disappointed.
Well, some critics say that they expected like a back and forth with Turkey, with the U.S. team.
Okay.
And you have to think about it like this. This wasn't their first lineup. The U.S. team that was playing against Turkey, this was their second lineup. So it wasn't like the main guys that have been pushing us all the way through. It was their relief that was doing it. So Team B on the field for the Turkey game.
Man, I want us to win, man.
I get it. Like I said,
we're not out.
I know we're not out. But like I said, I'm right there with you. I want us to go all the way.
We still in it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So,
USA
like I said, just lock in, boys. Y'all got it. Like I said, it's an upset here and there, but we do appreciate y'all winning the group. Like your manager said, y'all did good. Keep locked in. Keep your heads down. Hey, come on, let's bring this thing home, man.
Yeah, because the main thing was we had to get past the knockout round, and we got past that. So, I mean, Do I expect USA to take it? No. Because, like I said, Spain and France is not playing with us. They're
No,
not playing.
they're
Them teams
very
are
not.
tough. But,
They're very not.
you know, I expect us to make some noise. That's all. I expect us to make some noise.
True. Moving on. So, news out of the WNBA. So, as we all know, if you've been watching sports and everything like that, so let's see here, the Phoenix Mavericks versus the Phoenix Mavericks versus the Indiana Fire. I see here.
You're doing all that just not to know it.
Hey. Phoenix Mavericks versus the Indiana Fever. Basically, they were fever. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that to me. So there was a little scuffle on the court involving Caitlin Clark, as we all know. One of the Mavericks team members managed to get themselves suspended for a game and also receive a flagrant foul onto their record. So. And this team member hey man, hey, don't laugh at me.
I'm not.
Don't just laugh at me. So, I don't like you, bro. Stop. Stop. Why am I stuttering? All right, Annalise Thompson, Ainsley Thompson. There we go.
Annalise. Oh my goodness.
I know. Ainsley Thompson. Basically, that was the team member that went up against Caitlin Clark, and what the incident that they're calling out is basically when she went to check up with Caitlin and they went down for the ball. She basically put her hand on her neck and pushed down on it. So the league was like, hey, man, that was a very reckless and aggressive move that she did. It landed her a suspension for a game and the flagrant foul. So at the end of the day, Phoenix still won that game against the Indiana Fever. So
let me ask you, man. Now, I seen a video. By the way, you need to go to the doctor and get checked while your throat was like that. Go get checked, brother.
All right.
My thing is, I seen the video. It looks bad. I mean, because
ain't no easy way to cut it.
Right? Yeah, because the thing is, if you fall on somebody, you're not gonna get up, push in this area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you may
you're just gonna move out the way
or something like that. Yeah. Your teammate gonna help you up. So I believe that that's not enough. Well, you said she got suspended.
She got suspended and caught a flagrant foul.
See, I don't believe that's enough because even if you suspended her for 10 games, I don't think that's enough. Now, do I think charges probably need to happen? Where we got to get law enforcement involved? I'm open to discussing because I'm not saying, she had intention to do bad, but it looks bad. And if you have damaged something, I mean, you messed up her career, family, medical bills over, I don't know what's the beef. I don't know. But going that way is not the right way. That I get basketball. It's a physical sport. I get it. But at the same time, because don't get me wrong, man, we seen things from the 90s where, I mean, even arenas, he was fighting people in the fans, he was fighting everybody. We seen people throwing punches. Don't get me wrong. I understand. But I just think that this looked different. Now, like I said, I have seen basketballs, from the 90s, and those look bad. But especially with the technology he has, man, it looks bad. So whatever whatever the problem and tension between them, or the team or whatever, I think that we need to have a sit down and talk about it. Now she's becoming a meme. Isn't that was her team she was pointing? Is that the meme?
That's a teammate.
Yeah, I mean, they're becoming a meme, and y'all not becoming a. See, you know how it is with social media when it comes to meme. You want to be on the good side of the meme. You want people to use you for a positive thing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all kind of gave him that meme. I'm just saying.
And the thing is, like, I want to bring up this point. Like, I don't think the league is protecting Caitlyn enough in these certain situations, because she's always constantly getting into the certain stuff like this where these females are going after her. They're checking up. They're doing whatever they can because they're upset that she's new to the game. She's bringing more attention to the game, and they got some type of vendetta. Now, like, let's flip the roles. For example, Tom Brady, when he caught that injury when they went after his legs, the NFL said, "Hey, you can't be taking a quarterback out from his legs anymore." Mm-hmm. The league protected him. Same thing with LeBron on the other side of the fence. If LeBron comes up injured off of certain events, the league goes in. It's like, nah, we can't be doing this anymore. We're going to switch this route and we're going to go another route. I don't think the WNBA is protecting their star players to keep them in there.
See, now that's a slippery slope that you're on, because now we talking about favoritism.
At the end of the day, like, come on.
Okay, for example, parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Parents may got 3 kids. Of course, your mom is gonna like one kid better. This is how it is. They tell you we love everybody, but your mom can't show that I like the older one better than everybody else. So it's kind of like the WNBA. Well, if they start showing favoritism, it's like everybody know it's there. Now, I understand with the protection, what you're saying, but you got to understand she's getting deals off the court. A lot of that stuff probably bothered the players. Oh, man, she get this type of deal. She get that type of deal. So I think it's a lot of jealousies going on. But
true.
The thing is, instead of attacking the person, how about we put something together that we can bring to the table as a team, as every team say, okay, look, this is unfair. But she has to, Caitlyn has to speak up and say, all right, guys, this is what we're going to do. But we attacking, that's not going to do anything, man. Fights is not going to ever solve anything.
It's not, but also, like I said, there's a double-edged sword that we already down this slippery slope. I'll be honest with you. Caitlyn's going to have to actually get into a brawl with one of these women to say, hey, I'm not going to go down laying down anymore. Because every single time she gets checked up and she gets injured, she's like, all right, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get involved. But her teammates come to her aid, which I commend them a lot. But I really feel like, there's a breaking point where you're just going to have to stand on your feet and say, hey, I'm not going to be pushed around too much longer.
Yeah, but you got to say it like this. Caitlyn she's protecting a brand.
Okay.
She is a brand, multi-million-dollar brand. The last thing these brands want their person that put their money into to out there go fighting. I get what you're saying. Trust me, I understand, but I think this is the part where her teammates have to stand up and say, look here, this is our bread and butter. So she's going to give us deals down the road. We got to protect her. So it should be the team that got to protect. For example, Michael Jordan in Chicago, in the 90s. It's up to the Chicago Bulls to, Rodman and Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen. It's up to them to protect Michael Jordan because he is the bread and the butter. So to me, they have to, as a team, if they say, look here, guys, we're not about to fight, but y'all see her? We got to keep an eye on her. We got to protect her. She's like the president. We got to protect her at all costs. So, I mean, like I said, she's a brand now. I get it. You don't want to.
You don't want to jeopardize it and everything like that. Like I said, it's one of those tricky situations because, like you said, she is a brand, but it's getting to the point where certain media outlets are saying, "Hey, man, she should pack her stuff up and go overseas and play over there."
I don't like that. I don't like when, WNBA players have to go across seas. I don't like that. As a team, like I said, of course the coach the coach can't say too much, but as a team, y'all recognize what's going on. And as a team, y'all say, look here, this is what we're gonna do. We gotta protect her.
And that's exactly what they did.
And it doesn't matter what team it doesn't matter what team it is. We just ain't talking about this team. We're talking about any other team. Any other team, you got a star player, you got to protect them. You got to protect them.
Because I will commend their coach. I will commend Indiana's coach because she did, when she was in the press conference, she was upset. She had some choice words. And she was like, the refs the officials didn't do their jobs. And then that's what brought down this ruling from the main WNBA on this event. So, hey, like I said, we're going to keep tuned in. We're going to see what's going on with that. But we're going to move on to my favorite little corner right now, and that's baseball.
I thought you about to make some money. I thought you about to work the corner again.
Hey, yo, bro. All right, bro. So let's just go ahead and nip this out the bud before you ask me these questions. All these teams I'm about to list off, they are not at home. They are away, playing in another stadium. Back up off me. So, the Chicago Cubs versus the Milwaukee Brewers, man. 8-2. 8-2.
This is
8-2. And I'm going to be honest with you. They did their thing. So in the first inning, Milwaukee was on the board with a one piece. Second inning, nobody's on the board. Third inning, nobody's on the board. Fourth inning, Chicago, warms up a little bit and they put a two piece on the board. Fifth inning, Milwaukee gets on the board again with another one piece. Sixth inning, Chicago comes in with 4. Seventh inning, Chicago comes in with 1. Eighth inning, nobody's on the board. Ninth inning, Chicago comes in with 1, rounding it out to 8-2. Hey, man.
So what's the excuse for Chicago? What's the excuse?
Ain't no excuse for Chicago. Chicago
you
won.
Sure?
Chicago
Ain't no
won.
Excuse?
Chicago won. Chicago did
wait.
Chicago won.
Chicago. So the
Chicago was
had
8.
2.
Yeah.
Chicago had 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. All right. Well, I apologize.
There ain't no excuse. They ain't even in their own backyard. They ain't over there at Wrigley. They doing their thing.
I wanted them to lose, but I apologize.
You're very not nice about this. You're really not nice about this. But like I said, kudos to both teams. Like I said, I'm liking what I'm seeing coming out of this season and stuff like that. So kudos to both teams. Moving on. Now, here we go. We have the Houston Astros versus the Detroit Tigers. Okay. Now, this was a close game. Astros 8, Detroit 6. So,
okay.
This was this was a good little game. I watched a little bit of it, and both sides warmed up. Our pitchers were actually doing what they were supposed to do, and I was proud. I was proud for for this game. In the first inning, nobody's on the board. Second inning, Houston gets on the board with a 2-piece. Third inning, this is where Detroit says, all right, we're going to kick it in overdrive and see if we can't win this thing. Houston won. Detroit was 4 in that inning. In the fourth inning, both won on the board. Fifth inning, Detroit gets on the board again with another one piece. Sixth inning, nobody's on the board. Seventh inning, Astros get back on the board with a one piece. Eighth inning, Astros again get on the board with a 3-piece. Ninth inning, nobody's on the board. Ending the game out 8-6. They had a little hustle. They had a little hustle. They had a little hustle. They said, all right, now, come on now.
Trash.
All right. Hey, I'm about to talk about a team that you really, really hold close to your heart. I got you, bro. I got you. So, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Toronto Blue Jays. So,
man, Blue Jays every week.
Man, this is a lineup. This is where it's going out. So you will be upset. You will be happy that your Rangers won 7-4.
I mean, that's not nothing new. Okay.
Right, bro. All right, bro. That's something of a do? Okay. Like I said, first inning, Rangers getting on the board with a one piece. Second inning, nobody's on the board. Third inning, nobody's on the board. Fourth inning, nobody's on the board. And the fifth inning, this is where the game starts to heat up. So the Rangers get 5 on the board to the Blue Jays 2 on the board. We go into the sixth inning, Rangers get a one on board to the Blue Jays 2 on the board. 7th, 8th, all the way up to the 9th inning, nobody's on the board. Ended the game out 7-4. Hey, I gotta give kudos for kudos to do, man.
Now that's a real team.
All right. Hold on, bro.
Y'all want to learn. Y'all can learn from the Rangers game, all right?
Listen here, man. Like I said, I still can never forgive you when we're sitting in that establishment together.
Let it go.
You just he was like,
let it go,
I was
man.
like, okay, maybe he's not warmed up to the game, and you just came out of nowhere like, yeah, you should have never clapped.
Yeah, I was warmed up. Yeah. Uh-huh.
But
good.
like
Rangers,
I said,
W Rangers.
W Rangers, love what I'm seeing coming out of all of these teams. And I can't wait to see how we really start to round this season out. Got anything for us, brother?
Yes, I do. I want to go back to the World Cup. So, for some of you guys that maybe missed the game last night,
okay,
or Saturday, Colombia versus the GOAT. So, I was disappointed how Portugal's how they played. Very disappointed. Number one, they played in Miami Stadium. Colombia, number one, they got a strong fan base. And I guess because they're near the water. Number two, they started off strong in that game. Now, the game ended up 0-0, a draw, but Colombia had 5 chances to score. So, one of the players, I'm going to say the last 5 minutes of the game, he was this close from scoring, but he was offside because his foot was big. And so his foot was on the line. But he hit the ball inside. The goalie couldn't stop it. So, if they play like that, they're not going to win. I was very disappointed in all the performance of all the players. Colombia came out there like they wanted it. I mean, the fan base was out there tough. I mean, they have a big fan base. I didn't know it was like that. They out there. Good support. I don't know, but like I said, I was very disappointed. That game, it had a lot of energy, but it was bad energy if, you know what I'm saying, you're on the GOAT team.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but Colombia was hungry. So, and now Portugal's, we have a hard schedule.
Okay.
We got Spain, France, and another team. I don't know who else. Yeah, tough schedule.
And what category? What group was y'all?
I don't know what group.
Because, like I said, y'all are getting these heavy teams right out the jump.
If we would have won, we would have went against like 3 easy teams. We would have been just like that. Yeah. We had to win because if we would have won, just imagine this in the finals, and if we would have won, it would have been Ronaldo versus Messi.
Ooh, that's a game.
That's a game.
Now that's a game.
I think it still can happen, but man, we gotta go against Spain and France, man. And how we played, nah, man,
you know.
So we'll see. But I want to shout out to Colombia. You guys, your fan base came out strong. When they showed the stadium, nothing but yellow. Boy, it looked like a bunch of bananas out there. That's it,
You
man.
wrong.
Really,
You
man.
wrong for that, bro.
You may see like a little red hair, but man, hey, them boys came strong. But I get it, being in Florida, there's a lot of. I think it's a lot of Colombians that stay out
it's a lot of Colombians
in Miami, so it
yeah.
makes sense. It makes sense. So we'll see, man. That's it, my brother.
Alrighty, and I'm going to go ahead and conclude this episode of Sports with Hill, and then we're going to kick it over to my brother and my partner in crime, Thomas Robinson, for a little bit of pocket watching.
And that was Sports with Hill. Oh! Go,
Lord.
go,
Oh, Lord.
go, shorty. It's your birthday.
Lord, here we
We're gonna
go.
party like it's your birthday. We're gonna sip a card like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give up. It's your birthday. You're probably in the club. Pocket
Honey's in the club. Bye-bye.
This is Pocket Watch with Thomas. And on today segment of Pocket Watch with your boy. With your boy. We going with 50 Cent. Some of y'all call him 50. Some of y'all call that Get Rich or Die Trying. Some of y'all call him Curtis Jackson. If he got to owe y'all some money. Hey, you know, people, you use that,
Hey, who over there?
I don't know.
Over there using his government, Cent, bro.
Mr. Piggy Bank.
Mr. Piggy Bank?
Yeah, because the song he came out with, man, when he was dissing all the rappers. Clickety clang, money goes into my piggy bank. So today, I want to do your boy 50. Let me ask you something, Hill. Name me that one song that had everybody in the chokehold.
Yeah, I don't cry no more. I don't look to the sky no more.
Nope.
No?
What's the... Name me that one song that got everybody to this day in the chokehold. You hear it everywhere. You can hear it everywhere.
I don't know, bro.
Are you serious?
I don't know.
What was the first song he came out? In the club?
Oh, Bottles in the Club? Oh, look.
What's that? Bottles in the Club. No, it's In the Club. Oh, man. Oh, I can tell you don't listen. Oh, wow. Go.
Yeah.
Go.
Go, shawty.
It's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. Brother,
yeah,
that song is everywhere to this day.
So is the one I sung too?
No, not really. Not really.
Oh, right. Don't you do that.
In the Club was his highest sold ever.
Okay, excuse me. Like I got the spreadsheet that you worked so diligently on in front of me.
You grew up listening to that.
I grew up listening to a piece of that.
Wow. So you was like listening to like Gullah Gullah Island and Scooby Doo. Okay, yeah, you wasn't part of that lifestyle. So,
bro, you're not gonna keep playing in front of my face like this.
The first time I still remember like it was yesterday. I was in a barbershop, getting my hair cut. I think I was with I don't know who took me. I think when my sister took me. And so on the video, when 50 Cent comes down, like, you flip upside down like Spider-Man, go. I remember, man, my barber was like, yeah, man, he's a gangster. I said,
nothing, he's a gangster. And that was back then like when he was wearing the vest everywhere.
Yeah! Man, look. Hey, 50 Cent, man, look. Now, he was mainly New York, but he influenced everywhere. Man, he's the window shopper. You mad at me? I think I know why. Man, 50 Cent was the man.
I know why.
Hey, have you ever played a video game?
No, I haven't played the 50 Cent video game.
What? So, I like it. So I wish they would do a remake of it, which I know they're not. I know they
want a remastered edition.
I do. I like it, and I see people be playing it. You remember G Unit?
Yeah.
G Unit. Man, I know I was young. Snoop Dogg PIMP remix. Look, man. I know I was young. I'm sorry,
hey,
mama.
Man. Hey, man.
I don't know what you heard about me, but can't get a dollar out of me. No Cadillac, no perms, you can't see. And I'm a PIMP. I mean, man, I like 50 Cent was the man. He dated like Vivica Fox.
You dated Vivica Fox?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yes. And you know, your girl was hooked on them Chelsea Handler.
Chelsea Handler? That ain't my girl. You gonna stop saying that.
Well, I mean, you know, you like.
Whoa, bro. Whoa, bro. Stop. We ain't here for that. Continue reading the pocket watch.
So, I remember. You remember the album Kanye West came out with? The cover art was, I think it was like blue and pink, but it was animated. It was with T-Pain on the album. He was on that album too. I go for my, I got
yeah. I got
throw your hands
up in the sky.
Yeah. So that album, I think, I forgot what album it was. They did. I remember there was 1 to 6 in part, and it was like whoever sold the most. I forgot who sold the most in 1 week. That's when, but you had to sell. When they say you sell, you had to sell, bro. Ain't none of this.
Ain't none of this. Oh, you just download it. No. You had to sell them records.
Yep. So Get Rich or Die Trying is the highest, because it sold in 1 week, 990,000 albums. Almost 1 million albums in 1 week. Man, look, that man do things. I wanted to give 50 Cent his credit for number one. He went to Louisiana.
Okay.
Did his own production studios. I think it's Shreveport. I heard of that, but not too much familiar with that. I love that he was continuing to adjust with the game. You ever seen Power?
Yeah.
Of course. Okay. Hey.
Yes, man.
But I know who I'm talking to, so you know.
Hey, man. Not too much. Come from a really rich town.
I remember when I first was watching Power, I think it was like 10 years ago. And that's when we had the little portable DVDs.
Oh.
With the TV on there?
Yeah, the little laptop one.
Yeah,
you open and close it. And you leave your DVD on pause and you just hear that disc getting hot.
Yeah. So, man, that's how long it came out. I remember then I seen Power. I think I was at Walmart and I bought it and I was playing it. So when I first was watching Power, they had Tommy. And I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be one of those. But then it started getting addicted. I said, oh.
Like, oh, this is good.
Yeah. Power, man, that's pretty good. Like I said, man, there's a name stars to 50 stars.
Yeah, 99% of his spinoffs and shows is on there.
Brother, he brought stars back.
Yeah, he brought it back. He put that on the map.
If I'm going to subscribe to it, I'm subscribing to, to 50.
That's all I'm watching.
Yep. He's from New York. So 50 Cent, if you probably don't know, he had a lot of beef with a lot of people. He ended a lot of careers. I don't want to say nobody's name. Oh, do it on my baby. Well, I don't want to say his name.
Hey, man, tread lightly.
Yeah.
Tread lightly.
Yeah. But I love this song I love on 50 Cent was Piggy Bank, man. He was dissing Fat Joe, Jada Kiss. He dissed like at least 10 rappers in one song, and it was good.
Sheesh. Not Fat Joe.
Have you seen the
Not Fat Joe.
Lean back.
Now, have you seen the movie Get Rich or Die Trying?
Yeah.
I like it. I love it. I like the end. I like the end part, like when he throwing the vest on, he comes to the stage after he old boy's on the ground. He's like, yeah, he got the do-rag on. That's how we used to wear, man. He used to tie. That's how I learned to tie my do-rag. Man, you tie like that, and you had a little part like that, but like, yo.
Yeah, I too learned the ways of the do-rag that way.
You don't wear do-rags.
Yeah, and I don't need you criticizing me.
So shout out to 50 Cent for, he's investing over $100 million in Louisiana. I know he's in Houston showing love. He had the rodeo cowboy hat. Man, keep doing your thing, 50. Hey, you got any, and I mean anything open? Brother, I be in the back, I deliver mail.
Delivering mail.
Here's the mail that never failed. It made me want to wag my tail.
Hey, bro. Hey.
Man. Hey, if you need me to clean, the main character come in, he went that way.
What is the thumbs up? You're not gonna have a thumbs up, bro.
Hey, I gotta tell my people. Hey, watch. They think of me. He went that way. Hey. Yes? Thank you. No problem, Buzz. Just doing my job. Huh? Hey, y'all chop it or send it to him, man. That's my...
Ew.
Hey, watch out.
Hey, boo this guy.
Yeah, not like 50 Cent, because he got the grimy movies. I want to be in those, man. I want to be in a car. Hey, you my boy, like we built an empire. Hey, here, man, I'm tired of this, bro. I told you I won't be in these streets no more. Man, we got to go in and go hard, bro. And you
I'm so here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, buddy.
I expect that for somebody light skin.
Wow.
50 Cent is worth $100 million. Is it still a little blurry to you?
Man, this look like you put your greasy fingers on it.
There we go.
There you go.
Greasy. 50 Cent worth $100 million. But I don't want the money from you because you do not play when it comes to when people owe you money. So thank you, 50 Cent, for my childhood. Thank you.
Thank you, 50 Cent.
And that is a pocket watch for Thomas. I don't want nothing from you, sir. Have a good day.
Have a good day. We don't want no smoke.
I don't want to borrow nothing. Are you ready?
I'm ready as I'm going to be.
Now, I know you got a job interview after this.
All right, bro.
Let's get that body flowing.
Yeah. Getting Jinsy with it.
It's a mail that never fails. It made me want to wag my tail. Yuck.
Sorry.
My brother. What you got? I know we got some juicy.
Well, this is what we got so far. Sit back. So, as we all know, buying a new car is becoming more and more out of reach. As a brand new car off the baseline is starting out with $50,000. Whereas a used car is selling for $27,000. Automakers state that auto brands are moving more away from their, affordable cars and pushing more trucks, SUVs, and luxury vehicles. Basically, they stated that majority of the used cars and cheaper cars are disappearing. They just disappeared. And more cars ranging around the 27,000 mark to 60,000 mark are popping up.
I think that's a lie. So what type of cars you talking about that start at 50,000? Because that not every.
Listen here, it's in that price range.
SUVs.
It's in that price range and going up. Like I said, nowadays these cars are starting out that way.
Maybe you can still get a good Honda for by 30 chicken bones.
Like I said, these are the numbers that we're taking.
Yeah, I don't know what
numbers that are taken. These are the numbers that are taken. Like I said, it ranges between, like I said, used cars are going for 27, brand new ones 50, and upward.
I mean, I'm not looking no time to buy no new car. No
I ain't
time
either.
soon.
I ain't either.
I mean,
I'm straight with what I got.
Cars are expensive. So
and they ain't getting cheaper as we are seeing right here.
So I mean, like I said, cars are it's a real investment. So y'all want to get cars? Look, hey, it's a good investment.
Hey, man. Like I said, these auto brands are pushing, like I said, they're stepping away from the usual cheaper cars, bro. The smaller sedans, they're pushing these trucks, SUVs, and luxury vehicles.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I was in since we talking about cars, I was in a grocery store and trying to get me some snacks. And so this guy, he was on the phone. And you know how people do. And he was on the phone, so he was trying to get something too, but he was talking to the lady. And I guess maybe his daughter's car got repoed because she didn't pay the car note, and she came out. Then he was talking to the lady. She don't know who he is. Man, I told her she didn't pay that bill. I told her they're gonna come get it. I said, hey man, that lady probably said, do you
hey man, paper or plastic?
Yeah, do you want turkey or not, sir?
Like, you want a sample?
Yeah, you know, we let everybody know. Hey, I got some bad news. Look, I told, I don't know why. All right, so I get off in 5 minutes. What do you want? So, like I said, yeah, man, I'm not interested in buying no new cars. And even a used car, it may be, a used car is considered like 10 miles on it or 20 miles on it.
Yeah.
So you can get a good deal. Yeah, you get a good deal. Now how they making people sign up for 10 years and 7 years for a car note? Hey, wild.
Diabolical.
For y'all that signed that, hey, you guys are tough. I don't think y'all understand how long 10 years is.
Like, you don't really start thinking about it until you over there 10 years down the road. Like, dang it, I'm still paying.
I mean, you get to 5 years, you're like, wait, I got 5 more years. And your car got 200,000 miles on it.
I know. With wear and tear, up and down the hill, survived several storms.
So, I know it's been buzzing in the streets about GTA 6. And the buzz in the streets is real. I see y'all guys be waiting for it. So, I want to go over a number for the pre-order in 1 hour. How much money you think GTA pre-order made in 1 hour? Just 1 hour.
Let's say 700,000. 700,000 around that.
In 1 hour?
Yeah.
You off by a lot. $1 billion.
Well,
they want it. Now, listen, guys. This not how pre-order used to be when, you know, everybody used to have to go to GameStop to pre-order to get a longer receipt. You can pre-order in 2 months.
Mind you, you can still do that if you're down.
You're gonna get the same. You're gonna get the same thing, guys. They're not giving out no collectible T-shirts, posters, pencils, pens. No rush.
No cool stuff no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when you used to get a map?
Yeah, man, you something, a keychain. So
they ain't even got that in there.
Me, I expect that to increase. I mean, maybe by the end of the summertime, at least.
Yeah.
If that did 1 billion 1 hour, at least 5 billion. At least 5 billion.
Yeah, no, bro. Like the last time I checked it, they were up to 3 billion and they sold 39 million copies. Pre-order copies. Like, this is people have been waiting so long. People are so like, it's like go. Let's go get it.
Comes out in November though.
I know, and they're not messing around with it. I was watching one TikTok. One guy said, "Yeah, I took out my 401k and I bought over 500 copies. So I could resell it." Yeah. Think about that for a minute.
That no profit.
None.
No profit.
None. Zero. What? Yeah. And he showed it too. He was proud about it too. He showed the screen where he took out a good chunk of change out of his 401k.
Just to not make no money. So, because the point is you're going to try to sell it for more. That's the point. Everybody have access to it.
That's what I'm saying. There's no physical hard copy that you really need it. You know, it's in a cloud and there's infinite amount of copies available at any point in time.
Things people do for clicks, huh? So let me ask you something, brother. If you, whether you're a kid or an adult,
Mhm.
if one of your parents was cheating, would you say anything?
Why are we talking about this? This seems diabolical.
Hey, I was just asking.
You know
Like-
what? I feel like I would have to bring the truth up because either way you cut it, I can't be no laying it. Because either way you cut it, I'll keep my mouth shut. Then vice versa, the parent finds out. Like even my mom or dad finds out, and they're like, "Oh, you didn't tell me. Oh, it wasn't nothing to do with you." Now if I put the business out in the street, hey, whoever catches it.
So you believe that you want to break up a happy home,
It's already broken up.
but only you know about it.
Nah, bro. Nah. No, it's already broken up.
So you would tell?
Tell him, bro.
That boy drunk in the middle of conversation.
I'm telling, bro.
No, I'm not telling.
So you'll be quiet. And then when they
Yeah.
find out, like the stories, and then they be
Yeah.
like, "You never told me. How dare
Like
you?"
the stories. Because the home is already broken. So what's the point of me saying anything?
I mean, just
that's not
clear
my
your
place.
conscience. It's
That's
just
not my
clear your
place,
conscience.
bro.
Well, you already know some key information. It's your place now. You've been thrusted in this situation. You come walking up in there. You will go walk up with that. Uh-oh. What?
I'm like,
Nothing. I put this shoulder up, and I put this shoulder up, and I drop them, and I don't care.
now, have you ever been in the middle of somebody's relationship?
What you mean by that?
I mean, you ever say, hey, you was in the middle of it. You kind of find out something about one of them, and you're like, hey, you kind of in the middle. You ever been in that type of situation?
Yeah,
How did that turn out?
it was rough. It was real rough.
You did a good thing and you told, hey, man, he messing with you.
What you mean?
No, I'm saying, did you do the good thing? Did you say, hey, he messing over you?
Yeah, man. Like I said,
Wow.
man, I put
Mind
that
your
business on the
business.
street. No,
Mind
my
your
business. They made it my
No.
business, putting it in my face.
No.
Let's flip the roles. So
Ray Charles, baby.
no. So say for example, right? You out with your boys, right?
Yep.
And you see your boy's girl out there messing around, stepping out on him. Stepping
Yep.
out on him. You ain't saying nothing?
Wait. You say I'm out with my boys, then I see the girl. Which one is it?
So like
Don't
what?
he-
Like
Don't
no,
you see her too?
he ain't there. He ain't there.
Okay, now I'm not out with my boys. Okay,
You
I'm
out
by
with one of
myself.
your boy, one of
Okay.
your homies. That's not
Okay.
his girlfriend. But you and him both
Okay,
see the situation.
Okay.
Do you tell your other homie that's back at the crib chilling? Or do you
Nope.
keep your mouth shut?
I keep my mouth shut because the thing is,
Bruh. What?
the thing is, my friends, I don't have homies. So the thing is, I'm too mature for that.
Oh, okay. I'm
So-
sorry. Your friend.
Thank
Sorry.
you. Thank you, dear sir. So the thing is with my friend is because I know he love her.
But she's stepping out,
told
dude.
him, think about it.
You
I
owe him.
I told him what restaurant to take her to.
Bro, but she's stepping out. You owe him a sense of duty as his friend to let him know his girl is stepping out.
Now, okay, I probably will suggest things.
Suggest.
Hey, man, you wanna go to Colombia, man? You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you wanna go to Thailand? You wanna just me and you, bro? Let's go.
You want to go to Colombia, bro. You want to go to
Hey,
Thailand. It's crazy,
I
bro.
suggest things, but they ain't none of my business because I've been in the middle type of stuff like that. And man, you don't win. I'd rather act like I didn't know.
You ever act like you didn't know?
And she did what? Oh man, that's crazy. Don't worry about it, bro. Let's go out.
Hey, man, you cold as ice, bro. You cold as ice.
What you got for me, brother?
Man, yeah, I'm getting far away from that conversation. You gotta look out for you. So there's a new virus going around, bro. It's called the Moon virus, man. So it's being sent through like these links, like say for example, like, your friend's account gets hacked or whatever, and they see you
like
this
a
link,
computer virus.
Yeah, but it goes on your phone. It's strictly on your phone. So like you click on the link and it messes up your phone and enlarges the screen and it makes like a cow noise. It sets off a cow noise and it constantly goes and moves. Yeah, legit moves and moves, and you got like a big old screen and everything. And what people are telling, like, to kind of break this up is you got to like scroll out of your screen and make it the right size and go into your settings and reset your settings, and that fixes it. But certain officials are saying, hey, don't click on anything that you're not aware of. Don't click on any links. Just be mindful, man. Just be careful for your phone start mooing at you at 2:00 in the morning.
So it's like a funny virus, like nothing like no bank accounts or anything.
No bank accounts or anything. Like I said, it just messes with your phone. Like it enlarges it. Like it makes it like how old people need to see. So it makes the screen super big, and then it moves and it changes the color of the screen to black and white.
So it's more irritating.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell them what to do again, so they be clear with direction.
So basically what you do is when your screen is enlarged, you basically take your two fingers and you try to resize it. You get into your settings, you go all the way down and you reset your settings. Once you reset your settings, it'll go back to a factory restart on your settings. It won't delete none of your information. It's just factory restarting your settings.
Okay. And that's if y'all got the cow virus. Moo. So people, just don't click on nothing.
No, click on nothing right now, bro. These boys out here treacherous.
Just don't click on nothing. Now, I want to talk to the real estate ladies. Now, listen to me. Now, I get the hustle. I get it. Your job as a real estate agent is to sell a house. Cool. But I be watching some of y'all real estate. Here, I know you seen some of them. What y'all selling? What y'all be wearing? Y'all not selling houses.
Hey man, I don't know about that. Hold on now. They be wearing their work attire. Why you be
they be looking good. It make you want to buy 5 houses.
Yeah, 5 houses. 5 houses ain't never hurt nobody.
Now, if you guys do it for clicks, and okay, cool, I like it. But I don't know if it's serious. Like you say, hey, how you doing? I want to check out this house, and they dress like that. Now, yeah, I mean, y'all look good, but man, relax. I'm talking about a house.
I'm just trying to just look at the market. Excuse me.
Now, if I buy the house, you want to do having a warming party, you want to come through. Like my boy Ice Cube said, every lady in the Friday movie, hey, yeah, me and my boy having to get together, come through. Now, something like that, but hey, y'all get out.
Okay. What is it like? You offering the party.
Hey, ladies, y'all getting out of hand, but trying to sell them houses.
Hey man, they gotta get them gone. They need
we're not looking at a
commission check. They need that commission check, bro.
I'm not looking at a house.
Oh Lord, he's not looking at houses. I don't know what
she's a brick house. See, mate.
How do I okay.
So, you ever seen the Boondocks? You may not remember the last season. Do you remember the last season?
Is vaguely.
Okay, me either. I know we talked about it before. You ever wonder why the Boondocks won't come back?
I think it would survive in this social climate, if you really want to be honest.
That's your reason why you don't think it can come back?
Yeah, because they were hitting on a lot of stuff that people would get offended by nowadays.
True. So, the main reason, if some of you guys Boondocks fans maybe noticed the last season wasn't kicking like it was kicking in season 4, 3, 2, and 1. So Aaron?
Yeah.
He was fired.
How you get fired off your own show?
I'm gonna tell you why. So, season 5 wasn't good.
No.
Now, I remember some of it, but not all of it. It's not like I was 1 or 2 or 3. You can tell now it makes sense. You know, there was interviewing John Witherspoon, R.I.P., R.I.P., Pops, rest in peace, Pops.
Go.
So he said, so the reason Boondocks is canceled forever, can I come back? Aaron sold Boondocks. He sold the rights to TV. So even if Boondocks wanted to, they cannot come back. So that's why he was fired. And so then the people who picked it up, they wanted to continue with Boondocks because what John was saying that they was interviewing people, but they couldn't find nobody with the same voice. So, you know, so that's why you would never get a Boondocks ever again.
That's what I'm saying, because you had a whole lot of, think about this, bro. It was a heavy hitting voice acting, like voice actors. You had John Witherspoon, you had Charlie Murphy.
You had to look that up. You had to look at the voice characters.
Yeah, I did, because I was like, hold on.
Are you a Boondocks fan?
I am, but I just had to make sure I'm saying the right thing. So Charlie Murphy, you had Samuel Jackson. We all know who that. It was fine, like I said, but everywhere you cut it, heavy hitting people, bro.
Yeah. I mean, and so that's why Boondocks can never come back. So, unfortunately, that sucks.
You know,
so,
it be like that, man.
You know, I was talking about Supergirl.
Yeah.
And then how you want to get the bucket from KFC? It's KFC.
I know. Yeah, I didn't want it.
KFC, sir.
I didn't want it.
So, have you seen the movie?
No, I haven't seen the movie. Have you seen the movie?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
the movie, not okay. Then this is my conversation. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I think it's your fault because you was bragging on Superman. So
was it my fault? I wasn't bragging on Superman.
So it flopped.
It got a 56 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, okay. So why are you looking up my topics?
I just punched it in real quick.
That doesn't make sense to look up somebody else's topics. So
say it. All right.
It opened with $38 million. I'm going to see it because I want to check it out because you're a hater.
Okay. I'm a hater. I get raked over the coals because I said one Rotten Tomato thing and you over here just beat me down.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Okay. Now, let's be honest, Hill. How many things have you bought or ate that you maybe had kind of rocky reviews, but you still did it? A lot.
Yeah.
So that the reviews don't mean anything. Man, they gave Boondocks got a bad rating because of what it has. But we love it. Just because the ratings say something, don't mean nothing.
True.
So Toy Story still number one. Toy Story made $70 million. Crazy. But actually, I had a friend that complained about it. He said, you know, it's not better than the first one or the second one.
It's not going to be better for the first one or the second one because that was for our generation. These new ones is for the old kids, man.
People not going to understand. But I tell people it's for, just like you said, a new generation. They started from 4, maybe 5, and they're going up. They're not looking at Pizza Planet.
Man, that thing was the claw.
Boy,
the claw. What you know about the claw, boy?
What?
The claw. He's been chosen.
Later.
He has been chosen.
Man, that.
Yeah, buddy. Good time.
Man, good time. What you got for me, brother?
So the FAA is investigating a video that was posted on X of a Boeing 777 flying dangerously low on an airfield in Horseshoe, Texas. Radars depicted the plane registering at 25 feet off of the ground. Mind you, this is a big plane, 25 feet on the deck. The video shows this Boeing 777 doing a dangerous maneuver, doing a low flyover over this airfield that was completely empty, mind you this, and then doing a trick. So basically they, like let's use Top Gun. They flew low, said woo, and then picked up, and then one of the wings almost scraped the ground a little bit. Yeah, it was pretty risky. Now the company
it was a flight?
Yeah, I want to say not like a passenger flight, like a cargo flight.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically the company that owns the plane states that this would, this isn't in training, this isn't in our SOPs, we don't condone this. That's basically what they said.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, we're back. I guess we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have internet problems. It's trying to reconnect. No, I'm okay. We good. Sorry, guys. We was having internet problems. I don't know what's going on, but we're back. We're back.
It's him today. Like I said, it's a plague.
Anyway.
So, the company, they stated, hey, we ain't trained them to do that. That's not our policy. That's frowned upon. Nope.
Man, that's tough, man. Y'all be playing without pilot license like it's nothing.
Yeah, buddy. And like I said, this is a big plane. Big old plane. It ain't one of them little that joker was.
Yeah. So, let me ask you something, brother.
What's up, bro?
I don't like saying this state names because I can't say it. I don't like saying it. I pronounce it crazy. Wisconsin. So, it's a place called Fond du Lac. Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac. All right. Sounds like Dulac.
Never heard of it. I thought it was in Paris. But
du Lac.
If you want to move, or if you have maybe you want to move.
Okay.
They are offering $9,500 for you to relocate.
Fondue?
Fondue. It ain't time to fondue.
Hey, man, I don't know. Hey, man.
So, you get $5,500 in cash, and the $4,000 is going to be like, extra, perks that come with it.
Okay.
So, if y'all want to go to Fondue Lukapu
in Wisconsin,
we got you $9,000
right there. You say, hey, I'm trying to move up here. I want the $9,000. They be like, all right, we got you here. Here you go.
I'm not going because I seen pictures, and that's considered the bottom of the lake. I seen a lot of Jason movies. No, thank you. No. No, that's the saying. That's what that means. The bottom of the lake. No. I'm good,
not today.
Man. The next minute you hear, Jason, wake up. Wake up.
Get them, Jason.
Yeah,
Get them for mommy.
Yep. No, thank you. When I seen that, I said, something's wrong. And when I looked up the meaning, I said, oh, no. So, Norway. You ever heard of Norway?
Yeah, I've heard of Norway. Yep.
So, Norway just banned AI for their school kids from 6 to 13. Started August. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
You think that's a good idea or a bad idea?
I think it's excellent. Like I said, and I've said this in multiple videos, bro. This needs to stop. This is getting scary.
Here we go.
No, here we go. Like I said.
Here we go.
Spoon was right. I don't know if y'all watched our robot. Spoon was right. We getting dangerously close, and we playing with stuff we don't understand.
Now, so I'm with that because to me, when you're in school, especially at a young age, you should have to use your mind, and you should not depend on a computer to help you figure stuff out. You gotta be creative. So I get that.
That's what they're doing. They depending on the computer. They depending on the calculators, the everything.
And don't get me wrong, it comes in handy sometimes, but if you don't use this, you lose it.
Hey, man. Use it or lose it.
What you got for me, Ken Folk?
So a woman, while she was out hiking, she was hiking with a dog, right? To set the scene. And she managed to stumble across, or the bear stumbled across them, a juvenile grizzly bear. Now, the grizzly took a little bit of interest in the female and the dog, mainly the dog. She's, she stood her ground. She made herself look big. And, she tried to warn the dog, the bear off. You know what I mean? But the bear kept kind of antagonizing her and the dog. And also, the bear was basically like that. And the bear kind of wasn't charging the female, but it was charging the dog. It was chasing the dog like it was trying to play with it and everything like that. And the woman wasn't going for that. And luckily, they got about halfway, like to a gated area. And the bear was like, all right, I'm through with this. Took off into the woods. Luckily, the female and the dog were okay. Nobody was injured, but that
what you mean, Hill? You told us to act big.
Hey,
she
man.
did it. What happened?
Hey, man. Like I said, it's still scary. It's still scary, bro. It's still scary.
Hey, that bear stood up on his leg. He said,
yeah, it stood up on the leg. It was doing all that. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
He said, do that again. Come on, doggy. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you something. I ain't trying to look big with no big old bear that weigh 500-600 pounds. I'm sorry. Hey, them long, I ain't no.
Yeah, buddy.
Since we talking on that situation, it's this lady named Kelsey. Shout out to her.
Okay.
She's doing a tough. I don't know what made her do it, but she want to break the record. So one of the rowboats?
Yeah.
She's going from California to Hawaii. Over 2,500 miles. Hill. I seen a video. Brother, Mazzati. It get dark, Hill. It get dark, right?
Yeah, because there ain't no light out there. I bet. Pitch black. Pitch black. Pitch black. Nothing but you and the stars. Navigating. God forbid there's a storm that comes through. No lighting. Darkness.
You worry about storm. I worry about what's right there under me. You talking about the storm. I can see the storm coming. Look, that's why my eyes watering, because when I seen the video, I was like, yo. Because it showed the video in the nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch black. Pitch black. Look. Good luck. Good luck. It's a 24-foot fiberglass boat. The record is she got to be 86 days, and she will be the first woman solo.
Okay.
And I looked at her history, and she does the rowing thing. She does it.
Okay. So that's good. That's good.
Nah, man, good. That's good. Brother, when I seen that video, nothing but sky, and she over there talking, I said, hey.
You ain't got nothing, no land, no nothing. You just out there. No ground. You have to think about it like this, bro. 99% of our planet is water. We made the landmarks and everything like that make up a small percentage of it. The rest of this thing is water.
Hill, can you sleep?
Hey, buddy, like I said, drop a hat, temperature go up a little bit, just like that. Water.
Man, I'm not worried about the water. I'm worried about what's in the water.
Man,
that's scary, because I remember when I was in Florida, man, I was looking out the window, dark. I'm like, ooh, dark. And I seen the light way out there. I said, nah, well, I don't know what's that out there. But that boy was looking at the light. I said, what that light doing out there, boy? Boy, I close my curtains. Close the curtains. I ain't see nothing. I seen that, man. You see that that thing right out there, right in the middle of the ocean. Hey, Kelsey, good luck on your mission. But my Zadie, when I seen that video of you in the dark, I said, And
Boy
it's
said
too
he
late to
cooking.
go home. She's like on the 20-something day. Brother,
There ain't no
she's
turning
in the
back.
middle.
There ain't
Yeah,
no
she's in
turning
the
back.
middle.
You got to keep going.
Now, the positive thing is, because our technology is, I can guarantee you the military or somebody is aware of where she at. Now, that's scary. But see, here, I thought she was the only one doing it. So when I looked it up, a lot of people doing it. Some people
Yeah.
going from India to, I'm like, oh, this is a thing.
Yeah, I think somebody over there on the East Coast, like out of New York or somewhere over there, it was like a small team. They did the same thing, and they just got over there today.
Now, okay, I can do a team.
Yeah, a
Because,
group of
hey,
guys, and they just rowing. They went all throughout
I can
the
do a
night.
team because I'm sacrificing. I'm pushing you off. Hey, the boat started rocking. I said, nah, hey.
That's not okay.
Hey, I
All
tell
right.
your wife you love her.
Not that I tell you your wife you love her.
Nah, man, that's woo. Well, that's tough. That's tough. Before we leave, man, and you know, my brother, he's really scary when it comes to this type of stuff. So I think it was in China. I see a Chinese robot. It ran a half marathon.
No, keep playing with me. You know how you had anxiety about the water? What's in it? Why you keep playing with me, man?
Hey, but listen to his record. Faster than 12,000 humans runners.
Wow, I wonder why. All right, really?
That boy was gone.
Man, we are saying, like, people don't understand. We are making Terminators, and they not accepting the fact that they're making Terminators.
Yeah, I mean, the running thing is crazy.
Why you gotta run? Why you gotta run? For what it has to run for?
Yeah.
When you're doing packages, you ain't got to run. When you're moving from a one cargo bay to another, you ain't got to run.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's just a little fact that I want to,
I'm sick.
Hey, I mean, he may have beat 12,000 runners, but maybe he ain't beat the 12,001. My brother. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys for loving us.
Thank you for loving us.
We are nothing.
The whole world's thinking.
And I mean nothing.
The world's thinking you.
Without you guys. We love you guys. Now,
love y'all. Clock it.
Clock it.
Clock it.
Thank you guys for everything you do for us. Thank you.
You guys are awesome. We appreciate y'all.
We'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Next week.
Next time. Or whatever.
Next time, next
week. You know we be here.
We'll see you. Okay?
All right.
And happy 4th of July.
4th of July.
Stay safe. Please stay safe.
Have a good time with your families.
If you've been drinking too much, please call. Some cities have some cities pay for, that type of stuff. Find out before you go out. Buses, friends. If you got friends.
Sleep in your car if you got to.
Please sleep in your car if you have to. Sleep it off next morning. Please do not drink and drive. Please don't do that. Have fun. Happy 4th of July. Go America!
250 years!
See you next time. Peace.